My people, let's get back to the story. At this point, Harrison started praying, "Our one." Then suddenly, Harrison's body went into shock. The cold water, the terror, the darkness. He thought about his wife, about his family, about whether anyone knew the ship had sunk. Hour 6, he started to feel dizzy. The air was getting bad. In that tiny pocket, he was breathing the same air over and over. Carbon dioxide building up, oxygen running out. But something incredible was happening. Something Harrison didn't know. Something that would save his life. At 30 meters underwater, water pressure is 4 times stronger than at the surface. That pressure was compressing the air in Harrison's pocket, making it denser, packing more oxygen molecules into the same space. In Harrison's case, the air bubbles around him weren't enough. This, you can say, is a miracle that happened, that God and physics kept him from drowning. The same pressure that could crush the submarine was giving him air to breathe. Hour 12. Harrison's legs were numb from the cold water. He couldn't feel his feet. Hypothermia was setting in. He started talking to himself, to God, to his wife. "Desiree, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." Hour 24. 1 full day underwater, in darkness, in cold, in silence, broken only by the sounds of the ocean and the creatures feeding on things he couldn't fathom at that point. He was worrying about himself. Harrison should have been unalived, but he refused to be unalived. There is an Igbo proverb that states, "Onye nwere ndidi na-eri azụ ugbo," meaning the patient one eats the head of the fish. Harrison was patient. He conserved his energy. He controlled his breathing. He fought panic with prayer. And he waited. Hour 48, 2 days. The air was getting worse. Every breath was harder. The cold was unbearable. Harrison began to hear things, see things in the darkness that weren't there. His mind was breaking, but his body kept fighting. Hour 60, 2.5 days. Harrison heard something new. A sound from above. Metal on metal. Someone was coming. May 28, 2013, 7 p.m. 3 days after the Jascon 4 sank. Above the wreck, a Dutch rescue team had finally arrived. Their mission: recover the remains of the 12 crew members. Not survivors. Everyone assumed all 12 men were unalive. A diver, which seems like an angel, descended into the darkness, 30 meters down, his flashlight cutting through the murky water. He had done this before, recovered people from shipwrecks. It was grim work, but someone had to do it. He entered the ship. Flooded corridors, debris everywhere, unimaginable things floating in the darkness. And then, his flashlight swept across the bathroom area, and a hand reached out and grabbed him. The diver screamed into his regulator. His heart almost stopped, because in the darkness, someone was alive. 3 days underwater, in pitch black, in freezing water. Harrison still alive. The diver couldn't believe it. He grabbed his radio. "We have a survivor. I repeat, we have a survival. The entire rescue team froze. Impossible. No one survives 3 days underwater. But there he was. Harrison, the ship's cook, the man who went to the bathroom at 4:50 a.m., the man who refused to be unalive. They had to walk fast. Harrison was hypothermic, weak, disoriented. The rescue was complicated. Bringing him up too quickly from 30 meters would give him decompression sickness. The burns, his blood would literally bubble. They put him in a diving bell. Slowly, carefully, they brought him to the surface. 60 hours underwater. 60 hours in darkness. 60 hours that should have dismissed him. But Harrison lived. When Harrison reached the surface, his wife, Desiree, was waiting on the shore. She had been told her husband survived. She had mourned him, prepared for his funeral. And then the call came. Your husband is alive. The reunion was, there are no words, my people, just tears, just gratitude to God. Just two people who thought they would never see each other again. Harrison spent months in the hospital. Decompression treatment, therapy for the trauma, learning to sleep without nightmares of the darkness. Today, Harrison is alive. Surprisingly, he is a certified deep-sea diver who has bravely decided to work on underwater repairs and installations. But he tells his story to remind people that miracles happen, that faith matters, that the human spirit is stronger than we know. 11 men did not when the Jascon 4 sank. 11 families lost fathers, husbands, sons, brothers. Let us pause for a moment for them. Harrison carries their memory. He lives not just for himself, but for them, because he was the one who survived. And survival comes with great responsibility. Ndibem, my people, Harrison's story is not just about survival. It's about something deeper. It's about the moments when everything goes wrong, when the world capsizes, when you find yourself in darkness, alone, with no way out. What do you do in that moment? Do you give up? Do you panic? Do you let the darkness win? Or do you do what Harrison did? You breathe, you pray, you wait, you endure. Harrison's patience saved his life, his refusal to panic, his faith in God that somehow, some way, help would come. Life will capsize you, my people. Not literally like Harrison, but metaphorically. You will lose jobs, you will lose loved ones, you will find yourself in dark places, depression, death, disease, despair. And in those moments, remember Harrison. Remember the man who spent 3 days underwater in pitch darkness and refused to be unalive. If he can survive that, you can survive your own darkness. In one of Harrison's interviews, he stated that fear has deprived a lot of people from reaching their full potential. When people embrace that fear and go for their dreams, every ominous feeling diminishes. He is absolutely correct. So, I leave you with this prayer. May you have Harrison's patience when life sinks you. May you have his faith when darkness surrounds you. May you have his strength when you want to give up. And may you always, always find your air pocket, that small space where hope lives, where breath remains, where survival is possible.
This retelling is done with the utmost respect for Harrison, the 11 crew members who lost their lives, and their families. If you or someone you know is struggling with trauma, depression, or thoughts of giving up, please reach out for help. You are not alone. And the Igbo say, Onye nwere ndidi na-ezu ụwa, meaning the patient one inherits the world. Thank you for watching Harrison's story. If this touched you, please share it. Someone in your life might need to hear it today. Subscribe for more incredible true stories from across Africa.